Alright, what's up guys? National Recap Part 2. The second of two parts, of course. Not going to have another video after this. This is going to be the final one. And it's just going to be the other cards that I picked up from the National. Pretty much the same type of stuff as the first video if you watched that yet. And if you haven't, I'd make sure to watch that. Linked it in the description. And yeah, so we'll get into it. A lot of vintage, some new stuff, and then two cards I got back from a PSA sub that I did there. So yeah, we will get right into it here. Starting off, if you watched the last video, you know we're on the Mantle run right now. Pretty much got the entire Mantle run while I was at the National, so that was pretty cool. This is the 62 tops, one of my favorite top sets ever, but I like all of them, so I'll probably say that about everything. This is the PSA 6, really clean. I wanted this. I always like this card in a higher grade. Usually I'm okay like when cards are low grade, but this card I just do not like when it's really beat up on the corners and stuff, because I don't know, it's just the way it looks, I guess. I mean, this one's centered great. This was a really good example. The 62 Mantle. Next up, we have the, two cards. The 68 Mantle on a PSA 6. I got this for way below eBay comps again. This and the 67 Mantle. Got a really good deal on these, so this was cool. And a PSA 6, the 68 Mantle. The 54 Bowman Mantle. Took me a while to find a good one of these. Centering isn't great, but I got this on like the last day. I was kind of desperate because I really wanted one, and then I got this one at a really good price. I think I actually got it in trade. So this is it. I mean, this is just a great card. Probably will upgrade this one at some point, along with all of them though. I mean, I plan to upgrade all of them. So the 50s I'd like to all have in PSA 6, and the 60s I'd like to all have in PSA 7 or 8. So yeah, that's kind of the thing that I've been rolling with. We'll see what happens. So the 54 Bowman Mantle, the 66 Topps Mantle. I actually have another one of these somewhere. There it is. Two 66 Topps Mantles. I bought this one second day at the show. Looked really good. Centering's great. It's a really nice card. And then the next one, I honestly forgot that I bought the other one. And I went to put this in my box, you know, to put in my backpack and keep carrying around. And then I saw the other one right on top. I literally just bought it and completely forgot that I bought it. So that's the story of how I have two. So this is also just a really clean card. So I don't regret that purchase at all. I'm fine with buying two. I'm going to crack this here, send it to SGC, and we'll see what happens from there. I'll see how they both look. And yeah, may keep both of them. So BVG 6.5 there. One of my favorite pickups. Been looking for one of these for a while. 54 Topps Hank Aaron, rookie of course. PSA 2. I was struggling at the National to buy one of these. Everybody's charging high, but that's really that's how it was with any big card, you know, like a Hank Aaron rookie's big card. I feel like a lot of them were like that. So you just had to keep looking around, keep asking people's prices, keep trying to see if people had much room, and then it really was just a grind. And you know, paid off. Finally found a good one. I was looking for a PSA 4 or 5, and everybody's charging too much. So I found a nice looking 2, which I was happy with. Corner issues, which is why, but the surface is clean, centering is great, so it's really what I'm looking for in a vintage card. PSA 2 Hank Aaron. Put this out of this. It's kind of ugly. The George Brett PSA 8. Centering's off, so I don't like this card. I mean, I love the card. I love the 75 Brett, but I just hate the centering, especially if you're buying a PSA 8. It's way off center. But the only reason I got this was I traded for like, it was at one of the trade nights with somebody. It was for like a, shoot, what was it? like a Joe Burrow card or something, and just I don't care if the card's off center. I'm gonna take a George Brett for an even trade over a Burrow every time. It's just, I mean, it's just the way it is. This card's so much cooler than any Joe Burrow. So yeah, added the 75 PSA 8 to my collection. I'd like to change this one out for a centered copy sometime, so we'll see. We'll be staying in my collection for now. Oh yeah, and this is a cool one. From my guy at Golden Auctions. From Ken Golden to Zach, my favorite card advisor. So, met up with Ken and Eric Whiteback, two great guys from Golden Auctions, and yeah, he got me this card, so that was pretty cool. Ken Golden, big card right there. I'd like to get that graded. I saw on Twitter that Eric got his graded. I'm not sure. I'd grade it with SGC, but I don't know if they'll grade custom cards. I gotta ask my rep about that. Also, I didn't talk about that, but so I met the SGC guys at the National, and I just want to talk about it real quick. Those guys are just, I mean, it's the best grading company by 10 miles. I mean, it's just like, it is so much better than every other grading company. Like my rep knew who I was. We talked for a while. He talked about my cards, said that he's working with his guys to get it through. He's just like, I mean, so easy to work with and like truly care about you. And like just an amazing company. So if you aren't grading with SGC right now, the customer service alone, like I usually wouldn't care about that kind of stuff, but I mean it's just amazing. They're they're a phenomenal company. Big future, and honestly, SGC was selling at the show. Every dealer was saying that like their SGC slabs were moving. People were buying SGC slabs, which is very promising for the market. And I've been saying SGCs. There's a place for SGC right now, especially depending on the price you're paying, even the base price of $30. That's a good price to get your cards back in 2 to 3 to 4 weeks, graded, and there's a market for it right now. So, big fan of SGC, and I just wanted to put that out there real quick while I thought about it. And yeah, we'll get into the next card here. This is the 55 Bowman Mantle. Some people love this set, some people hate it. I don't mind it, but definitely would be one of my least favorite mantles, but wanted to buy a nice copy of it, so I bought a PSA 6. I got this in trade. This card just gets beat up so easily on the edges because of, the color. It's brown. It's supposed to be it's like a TV. It's pretty cool. Definitely a cool card. Way different than what they were doing before. We'll see what I got. Let's see if I got any of these here. Yeah, so they go from this the year before, the 54 Bowman, to this. It's just such a big difference. I find it pretty funny. So yeah, it's the 55 Bowman Mantle. Here's the 2007 SPX endorsements Kevin Durant auto. I'm just shocked that this card's this cheap. I mean, KD autos in general, I guess. Rookie auto. I paid like $2,000 for it, which I think is about market price. I don't know. This guy just had a bunch of stuff, a ton of Aaron Rodgers stuff, and Nolan, Elite Code 3, was actually at the booth beside me, and he was making deals. I don't know if he ever actually made the deals, but grabbing a bunch of Aaron Rodgers stuff, and I was too. I mean, grabbing this kind of stuff, trying to see what he could do. But the guy who was selling it, he was just tough to work with. I was struggling even to get him down close to eBay comps was just impossible for like everything, which was kind of aggravating. I don't know why it wouldn't work at all on these prices. I'd pay eBay comps, but close, even slightly above them. But he was just, he's priced high. So the 2007 SPX Durant auto and a PSA 10. This card just looked great. Looked like a PSA 10. The auto's not great. That's definitely an issue. It's not signed in the middle. It cuts off right there, but I really don't mind too much. So I'm going to keep a hold of this for a while, see what happens when he comes back, and then probably sell it off sometime during next season or leading into next season. One of my favorite cards of all time right here. The 53 Bowman Color, Pee Wee Reese. This card's beautiful. Super iconic card just because, the picture is just amazing. Was really excited to find this one. I made this as part of the deal for one of my 53 Mantles that I traded away. This card was in the deal. I think we valued it like 1,000-ish, maybe 1,100-ish. So that's a really cool card. Just, I mean, it's just art. That's all that is. It's amazing. Another one of my favorite. I keep saying about every card, but yeah, I just love this stuff. I was so excited to pick up a lot of these. This is the 49 Jackie Robinson and a SGC1, and you can tell, I mean, you're going to see how nice that centering is. And the back is just flawless. Like, you'd think this card was a PSA 10 on the back. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just flawless. And then the reason it graded a 1 is just, you know, there's some stuff going on there. Some, like, little dot things, which, you know, doesn't bother me much. I saved hundreds of thousands of dollars and got a nice looking SGC1 off of it. So I paid like, let's see, it's marked at 3,600. I maybe paid like 3,200, 3,300 for this. I know I got a good price on it. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it's just a beauty of a card. So that's the 49 Jackie. Ugh. It's huge. I mean, this card's just huge. This super-fracts Jordan. Bought it raw on eBay for $7,000 or something like that. I paid high because I really wanted it, but this card's beautiful. Just beautiful. Super-fracts Jordan. Came back at 10. Honestly thought it was going to 9. Had some back corner issues, a little bit of white, a little bit of surface stuff. Not bad. I mean, it was somewhere in the middle between a 9 and a 10, so I was definitely shocked this got a 10. I'm going to send this off to, I think I'm going to give Golden Auctions a try on this one, see what happens. I'm going to send it off there, see what I can get for it. I have no clue what it's going to go for. I think he's super underrated in the hobby, but, you know, we'll see what happens. So, monster card. I'd say I could get 15K out of it. Everybody's telling me different numbers. Some people think I'll get 15, some are like, no, you'll get 30K. You know, I don't think I'll get that much out of it. But, you know, it all just, when it comes to a card like this, it all just comes down to the buy, finding the right buyer. So we'll see what happens there. I saw the Vladdy. The Vladdy went for like 54K on PWCC a couple days ago, so that was cool. Here's the 57 Mantle and a 2.5. I couldn't find a good copy of this card. I wanted like a PSA 6 or 7 of this, but couldn't really find one at a good price that I liked. A lot of them were, you know, off-center and stuff. So I picked this up for cheap, like $250 from Card Collector 2. The rule was I had to give him a shout out on Twitter, and he'd sell it to me for $250. So that was a good trade. So this was a cool card. Just more like a placeholder for now. I'll move this eventually when I find a nicer copy, but this Mantle is awesome. One of my favorites. It's a lot of people's favorite Mantle, actually, the 57, for a good reason. I just think the photography here is amazing. 57 Mantle. A few cards left here. The 56 Jackie Robinson. The gray back, PSA 3. Again, a card I just couldn't find at a very high grade at a good price, and I found a PSA 3 that was centered and really clean. That's what I'm looking for. Corner issues, which is what I like. I like when they have corner issues. That's always how you can get a good price on these. 56 Jackie. Trying to complete the Jackie run, you know, all of his key cards. So like the 48 Leaf, 40. What else is there? There's the 50 Bowman, the 52 tops. I need the 54 tops, the 55 tops. So yeah, and then I have the 53, 56, 49 Bowman. So yeah, I would like to complete his set. 55 Koufax. BVG 5.5. A card again I struggled to find. Centered at a good price. Ended up landing on this BVG 5.5. Not the greatest centering. Not bad. This card, even when off center, it really doesn't look that bad. This one is pretty off centered. But can kind of get away with it. BBG 5.5. This will be cracked. Sent to SGC here next few days. And then last card is even mine. This is the Bellingham Super-Fractor out of Marlin Chrome. Got this graded for a guy in Card Broker. He's 101 Super-Fractor auto. Came back in 8, so he definitely wasn't happy about that. But still a massive card nonetheless. Maybe like, I've been talking to people about it. I think it's valued somewhere in the 10K range, so we'll see what happens there for him. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. That's the national recap.